Welcome back, fuckers. Our oven's gonna be done in 1 minute. So I got my oven mitts out. Got the heavy duty ones because them glass pans are heavy. And I have my sour cream. And you're gonna need a little bit of sugar and a little bit of vanilla. Now, I do a little extra sour cream because I love that topping. It's just perfect. So I got a 16 ouncer, and I still have some in this one. I might add a little more, I don't know. We'll see how it looks after I put it on the top. But I'm gonna grab my extra sour cream just in case. I was gonna make a chocolate topping for it that you put in thumbprint cookies, but nobody's got any fucking chocolate chips, so screw it. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. We got 17 seconds. And hopefully this will be jiggly right in the right spot like it's supposed to be. Hey Andy, making cheesecake, bud. Nice creamy cheesecake. There's the timer. Now we're gonna check our cheesecake. Oh, jiggly perfection. I'm gonna show this to you because to a lot of people it doesn't look done, but it has to be this way. Now, look at that. Hardly any cracks too. You see the jiggle? That's how it's supposed to be. So, that's got to sit on top of the stove for 5 minutes. Don't turn your oven off, because you'll fuck it all up. So we're going to put, and wash your hands again, you pigs. I already did, haha. So we're going to put that sour cream in here, in a bowl. Oh, that's pretty. Get rid of that one. Then we're going to crack open another one. And we're going to put that in the bowl. Now I just got a tiny bowl because all it is sour cream, vanilla, and sugar. And you're not beating this. And we're just going to mix it with our spatula. Okay, so we got that in the bowl. And you're supposed to use, I told you I don't measure nothing, but I'll tell you the measurements in case you are one of them people that got to measure every damn thing. Okay, so it's a 16 ounce of sour cream, a tablespoon of sugar, and a teaspoon of vanilla. So I just doop, 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 doop. That looks good. Okay, then we're going to take our sugar. I'm going to dump a little in there. I do put a little more than a teaspoon because, you know, if I'm having cheesecake, this shit's going to be the bomb diggity. And then we're going to just stir that up. You want to make sure you stir it real good or it ain't going to set right. You got to have it set right. Nice creamy cheesecake this is going to be. So see, you mix that up nice and pretty till it's all nice and creamy. Yeah, nice and creamy. And then you just gently put that on the top of your cheesecake. That's definitely going to be enough. So I can hit that right on the money. Okay. And then you're carefully, wait a minute, let me, god damn it. Man down. Man down. Here we go. Now we're going to take this. I hope you can see that because I can't see what the fuck I'm doing. There we go. And you're just going to spread this real gently. Gently, gently, like you was wiping a baby's bottom. Now if you wipe your baby bottom hard, there's something fucking wrong with you. So we're going to take that right to the edge. Look how beautiful that is. Smooth that out. Now, you got to do it kind of quick, though, because the shit starts to melt. So, see how that's jiggly in the middle? Yeah, I just licked the spatula and my finger. Now I'm going to wipe off the sour cream that hit the counter. And what we're going to do is you left the oven on like you were supposed to. We're going to throw this shit away because I don't like stuff in my way. It's a pain in the ass. My kitchen's too small to have a bunch of crap in the way. But I manage, so haha. Alright, now I'm going to put my oven mitts back on. Don't forget to do that. You're going to burn the shit out your fingers. And then we're going to take this and we're going to put it in the oven for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Now I'm going to set my timer because I suck at that. I'm going to hit start. Because when I was making my cheesecake, I'm not backing up. Fuck that shit. You can replay this, Andy. I got one shot at this shit. I got to get it right. What step did you miss? Never mind. It don't fucking matter. I have to set the thing because, like, I must got shit in my mouth. I can't talk. When I was waiting for how long I'm going too fast, you better rewatch it. We're making cheesecake today, Judy, with the cream top. But see, I keep there's the bird, there's the butterfly, son of a bitch. I set the timer because yeah, Andy fucked me all up, bastard. And I know he's laughing. Tell him shut up. And you made me lose my train of thought again. Stop it. So I had the timer on, and this is why I set the timer, because of the bird and the butterfly and the squirrel out there and all that shit. And I got a phone call, and I got totally distracted. And I'm not trying to burn my stuff. Burnt stuff is cockeye. You got to throw the whole thing out and start all over. And who the hell wants to do that? Start from the beginning. Well, there's already one video, Judy, for the first part of the cake. And that's already posted. I've already done that. This is now 45 minutes later. And now we put the cream topping on. And we got 8 more minutes. And it should come out perfect. Should come out perfect. That's why I like the glass baking dishes too. They seem to bake these a whole lot better for some reason. I'd actually bought some of those, cheap ass aluminum square things, and I thought, that's bullshit. Your cheesecake, and once it's done, it has to go in the fridge for 6 hours. That's why you want to make it early. Get jiggly on it. Yeah, that's what you need. If it ain't jiggly, you overcooked it and you already screwed it up. Reason being, you're putting it back in the oven for 10 more minutes. It's going to cook 10 minutes. Then it's got to sit for an hour, and it's going to continue cooking. So if you overcook it, it's just going to overbake, and then you're going to have, like, you might as well eat your kitchen sponge, because that's about what it's going to come out like. But cheesecake keeps for 3 days covered in the fridge. But I make a big one because then you can cut that sucker up, wrap it, and throw it in your freezer, and it'll keep for a long time. So you don't have to make this every time you feel like you want a piece of cheesecake. Just pull a piece out of the freezer, let that sucker thaw out, and you're good to go. And it's going to taste just like it did the day you baked it. The recipes? Oh, I say what it takes. Oh, I explained what my shirt says in the first video, but I'll tell you again because I think it's funny as shit. There's a woman holding a potato. It says, he yelled, "Nice pear." She said, "It's not a pear, it's a potato." Ha 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 ha. I love them cheesy ass jokes. Oh, you know there's a million booby jokes. We still got 5 minutes. I'm gonna take a peek. Oh, it's doing well. But yeah, once it's done, it's got to sit for an hour. But the measurements, if you want the measurements for the recipe, You need 1.5 cups of graham cracker crumbs and 5 tablespoons of butter, a 1/3 cup of sugar, an 1/8 teaspoon of salt, and I put a sprinkle of cinnamon in there. But I don't put salt in there because you don't need salt. I don't put salt in nothing. It's stupid. What the hell are you going to do with an 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt? That probably wouldn't even burn your fucking eye if you got it in your eye. Now for the cake, you need 3 8-ounce blocks of cream cheese, softened. And then you need 4 large eggs at room temperature, a teaspoon of vanilla, which I always put a little bit more. I use 1/2 teaspoon approximately, because I said I don't measure, of lemon juice. Just enough to give the cake that little bit of bite. I'll wash my hands, no worries, honey. I know I coughed in them, but I'm not sick, so. But you know what? I'm gonna do it right now just to make you feel better. And 1 cup of sugar. There, my hands are clean. And for the top, it's 16 ounces of sour cream, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and a teaspoon of vanilla, but I squirt in a little more. But don't overdo the lemon juice or it's going to taste sour as hell and you're going to hate it. You preheat your oven for 350 degrees. I screwed up and didn't do it right away, but fuck it, we got there anyhow. You beat your cream cheese until it's fluffy. It says add 1 egg at a time, but I found out it comes out the same if you just throw it all in there at once. Because if you beat it good enough, it don't matter, and scrape down your bowl so you don't have any solid cheese stuck to that son of a bitch. You bake it in the middle of your oven for 45 minutes. You'll know your cake is set when it's ready. I mean, when it's set 3 inches in from the edge, but it's still jiggly, kind of like Jell-O. Then you pull it out, which we just did. You leave it on your oven. It's got to sit there for 5 minutes. So while that's sitting there, you stir up your sour cream, your sugar, and your vanilla, and you gently spread it on the cake. And then we're baking that for 10 more minutes, and we've only got a little over 2 minutes left. Then you have to let that cool. And if it's jiggly, don't worry, because it keeps baking even though it's done. It will continue to bake itself from the heat. After it's cool, you want to cover it loosely. Renee, you're funny as shit. If you cover it tight, I already told you how much cream cheese. Andy, pay attention, fucker. You have to cover it loosely, because if you cover it tight, you're going to build up condensation and then it's going to fuck your cheesecake all up. Wet cheesecake is no good. And you have to chill it for 6 hours. Why? Because that's what the fucking recipe said. It's good for 3 days in your refrigerator, but you can freeze it for a long time. So it's okay to make a big one, because we could have some for dessert tonight. I can cut it up, and then I throw it in the freezer, wrap each piece individual. When you want a piece of cheesecake, you pull it out of the freezer, and boom shakalaka, you got it. So we got 1 minute and 20 seconds, and we're going to see the final result of our cake. And it's going to be the bomb. The bomb. And see, this is how I write my recipes. That's why it's better off if you write it down yourself. And I listen to all you guys, and I'm going to keep trying to do these when I have time. I got lucky. I had 4 days off this weekend. I asked for, shut up, Andy, you're fucking me up. I asked for a 4-day vacation to get a break from the insanity and just stay home and get my head together. And cooking and baking is one of the best ways, other than music, because music cures everything. It's fucking awesome. And you dance like a fool and you get exercise too. which I know I need. I found that out yesterday when I tried to ride a fucking bicycle and my thighs were on fire. Oh, I'll take a picture of it, Judy. When it's all done, I will take a picture of it and post it. But my next request was my famous patty melts. So we're going to do patty melts next time instead of just a dessert, because I'm going to have you all fat as fuck at this rate. All right, there's our time. Now, I love you too, honey. We're going to pull this out of the oven. Now, this is not going to look done to you, but it is. See? But see, that sour cream is going to continue to bake from the heat of the cake. And you don't want to overbake it, because then it's like, it turns rubbery. And that's just fucking nasty. You don't want to eat rubbery shit. So that is our cheesecake. And when I slice it up, I will take a picture for you and I will post it on Facebook. But look how pretty them layers are. We got our crust, our cake, and our topping. And now that has to cool completely. Ha ha ha, Renee, you silly bitch. I love you to death. So, we got to let that completely cool off before we put it in the fridge. Now, when you do go to put it in the fridge, don't forget to just cover it loosely, or you're going to have condensation, you're going to fuck the cake up. Thank you. That's going to be delicious. I've made it before, and it's the absolute creamiest cheesecake. So, that's the end of that. Look forward to the picture, because once it's done, I'm going to slice her up. Peace out, everybody.